Hey there, folks. It's me, Chris, with a Gigman's Life. Yeah, baby, it's a Gigman's Life indeed. And of course, on this channel, we are here solely dedicated to the freelance gig economy. Yes, rideshare, delivery, hustling on the internet, or hustling out there in the real world. If you're out there making your money legitimately, we got no problems. But if you're getting to become a viral video, showing up on the news, or even being the company doing bad acting, we're going to call it out, because if you affect the money in our hustle, yeah, we're going to go and make sure that you're not doing it anymore. And of course, thanks to Gear Bear of the channel, we got this video from the Hodge twins, which are reacting to I will say, a great Uber driver. In the situation, I would say he faced adversity with a twinkle in his eye and a respect for others that I would definitely say a lot of people don't have for themselves. So let's get to this part of the video. Because, you know, sometimes I have shit that shows up and it just happens, you know. It's timing, folks. But let's get to this.
It's the hair.
The realization you're on camera.
He's videoing me now.
Yeah, for my safety.
If you feel endangered, I would refer you to call the police.
Right there, folks, is great, because he covered his ass. He made sure he informed her quite succinctly. This is why the cameras are there. That's why I have cameras. And if a person asks, I have a sign that's outside saying, warning, there's security cameras in use. And I will say, yes, it's recording for my safety, because I do not need false accusations. And here's the one part that, if you picked it up, the customer service person asked the question and presented it. If you're feeling unsafe, we suggest you call the police. That's why I paused it. And this is when they know she's bullshitting.
So what do you provide as the safety line?
Because any other person who felt unsafe would have taken the first statement and called the cops. If they really felt unsafe, they would have gotten out of the vehicle and called the police. This person is calling up to try to get a free ride. I believe she might have canceled the trip and is waiting for another ride. She is going and making the complaints to Uber about the situation. And this gentleman is just like, well, you can get out of my car. But here's another thing that I would say. And I give him massive props. I will link this video below to the Hodge twins, because I find them hilarious. I don't agree with them constantly, but I find them very entertaining. And I will show you. This is the one thing, when I saw it, and when you see it, you'd understand why I would not have put this in the back of my vehicle.
packages out?
Something like that could have easily sat beside her. I don't know who suggested it. Generally, if it's a lot of luggage, I always suggest for a person to put their items in my hatchback area, because I do not want them to twist or hurt their back if it's a heavy item. Seeing the item as it is, if the person asked me to go and put it in the back of my vehicle, I would mostly say I would suggest that you keep it in the passenger area. Unless I saw leakage or something like that, I would still suggest keep it in the passenger area, because I wouldn't go and want them to try to use shit, because it just felt scammy. Just on how the person's sitting there, first off, going like this and, oh, I feel unsafe. Well, if you feel unsafe, then we suggest you call the cops. Well, they didn't call the cops. They didn't stop the phone conversation to call the cops. So they know possibly they might be in the state that false police reports do get prosecuted. So, on this, there is a few takeaways. And one of them is if they did not cancel the trip to make you stop the trip, they're trying to go and keep you tied up. Do not end the trip until they and their property is out of your vehicle. Also, if it is such a package that easily can be in the passenger area with the person, then you make sure that it is with them and that they can get in and out. If this is a rideshare where, you're having multiple people and you're being treated like a bus, that's their one carry-on. And it would be suggested that they carry it with them, because I can't take luggage. If you are wanting the bus experience, then the bus experience is not having like you're a limo and a moving vehicle. No, you are getting in and out of the vehicle. You need not to have multiple items. You need to be quick and like a bunny rabbit. So, yeah. My suggestion in these situations is as follows. Never end a trip until they and their items are out of the vehicle. And also, if their items are not that many, not taking up time, and they're not on a ride share, if it is an item that is just so simple that it should be sitting right next to them, then it should be sitting right next to them. They need to handle their items. They need to be able to get in and out of the vehicle. I would not put it in the back. I would not suggest it to be in the back. So that is the main part of this, and I love to thank Gare Bear again for bringing up this from the Hodge twins. Yes, we will link this video below of the Hodge twins and their commentary about the situation, but also I'd love to go and state clearly that this driver is a boss. You know, this man is God in doing things and on how he handled the situation. You know, if people are going to act like the passenger did, this man surely has presented the best in customer service for rideshare. I think that he definitely, if he was in one of the paid by the hour states, as long as that person was in the car, he should have gotten paid for it. And that's why I will say that if they didn't cancel the trip, they're still sitting in the car on their clock, then make sure that that clock runs up. Make sure you report it to the rideshare company that you're expecting the full amount for that time. And as always, folks, I hope you have a great day out there in the hustle, that it's a safe one and you make your cash. So have a good day.